Hello there. Well, today I'm going for a little ride into Central Fells. I'm doing what I used to call I called it the Three Tarns route, but I'm on an e-bike today, so I'm not going to go down to Langdale. So I'm going to do like a short version, missing out the Stake Pass descent and the climb up Russet Gill. So my plan is to go around the back of Russet Pike to Angle Tarn. It should be okay. I think it'll be doable. We'll see. Obviously, going down Stake Pass and back up Russet Gill with an e-bike is just an absolute no-no. Because it's a hiker bike all the way, and I don't even think, even having walkers just on one of these bikes, it'd be very much fun taking it up there. And also today I haven't got that much time, so we'll have a go at this little loop and see how we get on. It's amazing on an e-bike how you can just plough over all this stuff. Like on a normal bike, I'll be on the edge there on the grass, pinging away. On this, you can just motor up the middle and give it some beans. I'll turn it down back in the MTB. I stuck it in turbo just up there, just to give myself a little bit of extra boost. So today I'm riding a Trek Rail. I think it's a 9.8 plus. It's a carbon frame with it's got the T-type derailleur on the back, so the electronic shifting, and it's got the latest Bosch motor in it and an 800 watt-hour battery. This one's got the Maven brakes on it, although the other ones that I've seen had codes on. Fox suspension. They're nice bikes. I rode a trail a few years ago on a wheelbase demo day, and I thought it was a bit of a tank actually, but this feels much better. Much more like my Levo in handling. More better balanced, I think. I don't know why that would be, but it just feels that way to me. It's possibly it's because it's a mullet setup. That's steep. As I say, 27.5 and at the back and a 29 at the front, so it's a mullet bike. So maybe that changes well, it does change the weight distribution on the bike a bit, I suppose. But it is amazing on these things what you can do on them. Because these sort of tracks are pain to ride on a normal bike because they're just so chunky. And you don't really have the momentum to get over that sort of stuff. But on an e-bike, you just fly up them. Yeah, last time I did this ride, it was in the summer with some mates, and it's the videos on my channel, the Three Tarns ride. So it was a bit of an epic day out. Hopefully I'll not be too long today. I've got an ulterior motive coming up here today because I was out on a rescue job on Sunday and I lost my radio up at near Styhead Tarn, so I'm going to go up there and have a look for it and see if I can find that. I mean, I suppose I could have gone up from sea freight, but that would be pushing the bike all the way up there, or water assisting all the way up there. I don't think I would have cycled up much of it. While this way I'm hoping that I'll be able to spin most of the way up State Pass, because it's like quite a zigzaggy sort of path, but we'll see. I might end up eating my words. Wow. Oh, e-bikes are great, aren't they? I can't believe the stuff you plough through them. I don't know if I've been up here before. I don't know if I've ever been up this track on an e-bike before. I've done it on a normal bike many times. I don't know, this is my first. I don't think I've ever been up here on my Levo. I remember at Black Moss Pot now, and I've only been going for what? "16 minutes, not bad. I don't know how long it takes you to walk up to Black Moss Pot, but a lot more than 16 minutes. If you don't know what Black Moss Pot is, it's like a really popular spot where in the summer it will be absolutely rammed, and there's loads of people go, I'll show you, loads of people go swimming in it, or jumping off the cliff over there into the pot. It's quite deep, the water there, and you'll get loads of picnickers. And then over here you've got Camp Cragridge up here, and there's a cave which people sometimes sleep in up there. It's called Wolf Cave. It's got a little door on it, and you crawl underneath a massive boulder, and there's someone up there actually. There's a couple of people up there. You crawl under a massive boulder to get into it, but it's quite interesting. This is at the bottom of State Pass at Langstrath, so we're going up there by the river, up to the top there. Bossett Pikes and Cloud over there, and Angled Tarns at the head of the valley. I thought I would have pedalled more than I did up there actually. I thought I would pedal nearly all the way here, but there's quite a few little bits which are quite chunky and just a bit awkward really, so I got off. I mean, maybe if it was dry and I gave it some beans, I'd have got through them, but I ended up getting off on a few little bits there, which as I say, I thought I would have pedalled all the way here, but where it goes, I suppose sometimes, you know, I've pedalled it on a normal bike, but it actually, the e-bike on the really chunky loose stuff, it makes a big difference. But when you haven't got the angle, the technicalities of it, it stops you anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, it's taken me what, 36 minutes to get up here. So, but a little stop at Black Moss Pot, but I mean, it's still not bad. Right, onwards and upwards. Doing as well up here as I liked. I think part of the problem is because it's been frozen lately, and then it's thawed out the ground. The ground is just really loose, and I'm just spinning out on it. Every time I got into a steep section, the bike's just spinning out underneath me because the ground's just so broken and loose. Or maybe it's just because I'm not very good at this. Yeah, like that. Not very good. I mean, I reckon if the ground was a bit more consolidated, I'd have probably pedalled more of it. But and these tight switchbacks are tight. I think I'll for that one. I knew that coming down here. I've been up and down here plenty of times on a normal bike. I did think I would do better on an e-bike. The ground's not too bad here actually. This is a bit more like it. It's not bad at all. Anyway, Stake Pass, as I say, not a bad way to come up here on an e-bike, but be prepared to get on and off. You see the tightness of these corners and the awkwardness of the ground. It's what makes it difficult with, you know, having the drain on one side, makes it really difficult to try and get around them. Just keep your finger on that button. But there's no manhandling involved, which is a good thing. I mean, I reckon if I'd gone up Stye Head, which is where I want to be, there'd been a fair bit of manhandling involved. Anyway, it gives us a nice little circuit out doing this. Allegedly, you don't need to worry about these T-type derailleurs, because if you bang them, well, how slippy is that rock? They just bang back in apparently, so they'll go back to the position they're supposed to be in. It's yet to be seen. I know when they came out, they had all these videos of people jumping up and down on top of them, but I don't know. I'm not doing well at all here today. I don't know whether that's how much that works in practice. It's not just bending, it's actually bending the thing as well, isn't it? Snapping it off. Because those are the other issues, aren't they? You might get a knock off a rock, that's one thing with a derailleur. The other is this, you know, you can really fuck them, can't you? And I'd imagine they're not cheap to replace. I don't know how much a SRAM electronic derailleur is, but it'll not be cheap. I mean, the normal one's what, 120 quid or something for a normal legal derailleur GX. So I don't know how much a T-type one will be. A few hundred quid I would have thought. I don't know how long I am from home. 1 hour it's taken me to get up here from Langstrath, which is longer than I thought it would, but it's still not bad really. I'm doing the path that skirts around the outside of Rossett Pike, but I must admit I knew it was a bit like this because I've walked it before. There's no actual path here, it's just indistinct, boggy, grassiness. So really it's not bad on the bike. I mean, you can pedal it on any bike, no bother. So it's not a bad way to come, I suppose. This is me at Angle Tarn. My battery went flat back there, so I never filmed any of the or much of the traverse, which was pretty grim really. It was just grassy. It was all right. I didn't go over the top of Rossett Pike. I went around where the public right of way is, around the back of it, and it was just grassy stuff, you know. If you want to miss out Rossett Gill, it's an option, but there's not fun mountain biking there, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to go up now towards Escores. Is my next stop. So it's a bit of a climb up there now on pitch path, so we'll see how we get on that. Is this just topping out at Escores, I hope. Yep, here it is. It's the cross shelter, Escores. So hopefully it should be relatively okay from here. I don't know what the descent will be like because there's lots of patches of ice still around and the rocks are so slippy. I'll have to just take my time, I think, today. Well, it is a pretty epic descent, but we'll see what it's like today. Have a little look at the bike. That's the track rail I'm riding today. Very nice it is too. It's Fox front and back. I think they're 38s on the front. 38s, Fox 38s on the front and a Fox Flotex on the back. They both seem to do their job. The new Bosch motor, which is very powerful. But a bit of ice about. You'll see into the grass here, it's all ice as well, so it's a little bit slick. Maybe not one of my better ideas. There are ways around most of it, but it's certainly not going to be a balls out descent down to Seafreight today. You just got to get off, because as soon as you touch that with a tyre, you're off. So I suspect this next bit we're getting a little bit lower. Hopefully there'll be a little bit less ice around. I mean, I suppose really this sort of riding is really more dry, hot, sunny days where the rocks are dry and you've got lots of traction. Rather than this pathetic jumping around. I'll probably not be able to GoPro much of the rest of this ride because I didn't charge the batteries up before I went, although they were fully charged last time I went, took them out, but they're all just dying mega fast. So I suspect they'll have to I'll probably not be able to make a video out of this. Probably a good job as well, actually, on a pathetic riding I've done so far today, or the lack of my riding today. As I say, I think if it was dry, I would have probably got up a lot more than I did today on this thing. As I say, the freeze fall on the ground doesn't help, because oh, look at that sunshine over there, because it breaks the ground up, and a lot of it was like that, like my tyres were sort of, what would have been a hard gravelly path, the tyres are just sort of sinking into it, which isn't great. I've used more batteries than I thought as well, actually. I was thinking that I wouldn't use it quite an awful lot, but I must have done a fair bit of pedalling, because otherwise I wouldn't have used over half the battery so far. Oh, fantastic, look at that. This is about to drop it down to Sprinkling Tarn. Gotta wear a fat. Gotta wear a fat. The back brake on this bike's not working very well. It's already been in for a bleed once since it at these Mavens. It's needing a good pumping to get it working. Very nice. Oh look. Yeah, I was up here on Saturday on a rescue, and I lost my radio, so I need to keep an eye open for it. We had a guy stuck in one of the gullies. Big long job. So I got airlifted up to Styhead Tarn by the air ambulance, and there was only two of us in the chopper, or two rescue team members in the chopper. Obviously there was a pilot in there. And so we were like double bags, so I had a rucksack on my front and a stretcher on my back, and I stuffed my radio in my pocket, and I managed to lose my radio over here somewhere. So I'm going to keep an eye open for it. And I've got a second radio with me, so I'm going to try and see if I can locate it. I think it was before we got to the tarn that I discovered it was just on the rise here. I discovered it was missing, so I can start looking from there. Down at Stye Head, I never managed to find my radio, so back home. I'll leave this on till it goes flat now. As I say, I charged the batteries up last time I was going to take this thing out, but I've actually used it. It's been, I don't know when that was, it was a little while ago now. Weeks or rather months, and all the batteries were nearly flat when I put them in. Must be getting a bit old. Hopefully I can get out when I get back as well. I parked at the stone freight. They were like closing the road, so I don't know. I'll park near the school, so hopefully it'll not be still closed, or they'll let me through. If not, I might be cycling home. Great jumper, Garmin tells me. Maybe wouldn't go that far. Yeah, this track rail is nice. I quite like the power on it's good. I mean, as I say, I wouldn't say it was any better than my Evo, to be honest with you. The electronic shifting, yeah. It's okay, it takes a little bit of getting used to. As I say, I wouldn't have said it was worth spending all that extra money on it though. Simply because if you damage it, it's going to be a costly repair. It is accurate though, and it's I'm going to swap my pedals and my feet on here. It's accurate. And I mean, it was jumping around a little bit, but it got a load of grass stuck in it when I was going from around the back of Rosset Pike, so that probably didn't do it much good. But yeah, this is bikes from eVentures. It belongs to the rescue team. We've got 4 of them. And so they're quite nice bikes. They just do what they said in the tin. I mean, I tried the high bike all mountain with pinion gearbox, which the retail price is £2,000 more than this. Definitely this is, you know, it's not £2,000 worth more than this, like. We did have a problem on these where they broke the freewheels in these Bontrager hubs, but Chuck reckoned that was because the grease in them was too thick and the poles were sticking. So basically what was happening was the poles were sticking down, so maybe only one pole was catching, and obviously that smack, or 2 poles were catching and putting massive strain through them, and that's why they failed so quickly. But other than that, think that was the gear. I think I just caught the derailleur there. Interesting to see if it's still there. Oh, it's still on. Not on me spin down this, but this section here is where we hit the boulder fields, and it's a push. Unfortunately, it spoils the flow, because the rest of it, even though I'm making it not look very rideable today, it's all pretty rideable and you can get a good flow up. But today, I normally go for it across the stream here. Like that, rather than fanning around on that bridge. Yeah, I can hear it clucking away at the back of the gears, so maybe the T-type derailleur isn't all that good after all. I mean, it works off the e-bike. It works off the e-bike battery rather than off its own battery on it, which is a good thing, I suppose, because you don't need to worry about charging. You don't need to worry about charging the bike up. Might as well just get up and walk here. So it's good. Yeah, I don't know how long this battery's going to last. It's probably only got a little bit of life left in it, so I'll fill them a little bit down here. As I say, better on a dry sunny day rather than an icy, wet, cold winter day. I mean, the rocks aren't too bad. Most of them are fairly grippy, but it doesn't inspire the same level of confidence you get on a nice dry day when you can really rely on the grip. Oops, off route. Back on again. And this is the 1,000-foot boulder. It used to say 1,000 foot on it. It was painted on it in big white letters, but now I'm afraid it's completely gone. But we're exactly at the 1,000 foot, and it's also a good spot because you get a phone signal here. So I'm going to text my missus and say I'll be a bit later back than planned. It's got Continental tyres on this bike. It doesn't come with them. It comes with Bontrager tyres. One of the guys in the rescue team though didn't like them, said they were shit, so we changed them all to these Contis. The jury's still out as far as I'm concerned on them, and I think they're alright, but God, look at that. I think the Maxxis, I'm really used to Maxxis tyres, so I'm bound to think they're the bee's knees. I reckon this is going to be lethal down here, so I'm going to push it. I normally would ride it, but today, with my chicken wings on, actually it doesn't feel bad at all. I think it would have been fine. That would have been absolutely fine, that. If I could be arsed, I would go back up and do it again, but I can't, so easy enough to trust me, it was fine. I think I said that in one of my videos once, in a pathetic walk later. Well, that was one of those. It is a bit off-putting though when it starts sliding around on these rocks. I mean, I'm not a fast rider. I like to do things with control, and obviously if you're controlling your way down this stuff, you need, you know, you're not on the nose of the bike by any stretch of imagination, but you need good traction. Otherwise, well, you can go down it fast, but then if you come off, it hurts too much. I mean, I did break my shoulder once coming down this track here, Greens Gill. Well, I say broke it. I went out the front door and damaged it in some description. I couldn't do anything for donkeys afterwards. Never went to the hospital, but it curtailed my activities for a few months. Oh, it was a dislocated something in the 9.8 T-tape, 7 grand, a nice little bike. Not lots to say about it really, but I mean, there's not a lot to get excited about it, other than it's got plenty of oomph. I don't like the overrun so much on it though, which is good I suppose in some ways for climbing up stuff. But you touch the pedal and the bike just shoots forward. I know you can switch, you can change that. I think you can do it on the Levo as well, but I think I turned it off on my Levo. But that puts me off a little bit because you lose that little bit of control, although it's great for climbing because, you know, you can just do a part pedal stroke and get a really big bit of assist, which is great for getting up stuff, I suppose. So positive and a negative really, but I'm sure you can change all that because I believe that on this version of the Bosch you can change all the power levels and stuff on it and all that sort of stuff. I have had a look at the app actually, and because you can make these 100 Newton meter, which I've done on this, but because they're 85 Newton meters of torque as standard and you can up them to 100, but I didn't think it made any difference, or it didn't feel that way to me. I changed it up to 100 and it felt exactly the same as it did before. So whether it's a bit of a gimmick by Bosch just to keep up with hand flow, you know, to say, well, our bike's 100 Newton meters of torque. Well, I don't think, it didn't seem a lot of difference to me between that and the 85 as standard. It didn't seem to do anything, but the jury's out on that one. I suppose I'll have to try the bike side by side, you know, try it side by side up the same little bit on the two settings and just see if it actually made any difference. But might be being unfair to it there saying that, but